And helix rockets, baby. And you can have crabs. Bang, 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 bang. Don't you dare swipe! Late swipe! Haha, that's what you get. How dare you, sir. Woo! Level up my engineer, baby. What? Excuse me. Oh, did my crab kill her? Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Moleman and this is Remnant 2. So today I want to do something a little different. Today I want to show you guys why I've grown to love this game so much and hopefully sway some of you guys to maybe try it out yourselves. This game, it appeals to a certain type of player and I feel like I'm the perfect market for that. Being a Dark Souls fan and also a shooter fan, those are my two favorite genres. Horror coming in as a close third. And this honestly kind of mixes up all those genres perfectly for me. Be still. Whoops, that was a miss. Die. Oh, I love bows so much. It's so good. Honestly though, any game with a bow in it, it's a plus from me. I want to say that this game is not what I thought it was. I was expecting something similar to Borderlands, a looter shooter, but there's honestly no loot to be found. All the loot actually comes from world events. So what that means is, like, for example, fighting and killing a boss or siding with the boss might result in a different kind of loot. So what I realized about this game is that the gameplay loop and the reason why I enjoy it comes from the fact that you can do certain tasks and certain quests and get rewarded with different items. If, for example, in one run, you'll fight a boss and you'll get rewarded with a certain weapon, whereas in the second run, you might look at the enemy and say, okay, I'm going to work with you instead, and it'll result in some other kind of loot. And all that loot from all your runs gets put into your inventory, so you can do multiple runs and get both sides of the loot. Come on. Whoa. Okay, guys, back up. Oh, come on! Man, it is so easy to get ganged up on this game, especially if you're not paying attention. Got him. Before this game came out, they were talking about how you can play a campaign and it will play out a certain way, and if you talk to your friend about it, they could be doing something completely different, even though the levels are the same. Each world has different in-game events that take place on different parts of the map. And the map can be shifted and changed according to the run you get. And by run, I mean you can actually re-roll the world, in which it'll change the starting point and also change the people you encounter and the bosses you face, and as well as the areas you visit in that run. It actually keeps the idea of doing a run in a game, like a raid for example, and keeping it interesting by changing the bosses and the events you encounter in that run. So the reason why I took to this game so easily is the fact that I used to enjoy Borderlands 3 a lot. I used to play hours and hours on end. I'm talking hundreds of hours in that game, just grinding and finding the loot I want, and how fun it was to make a build of your own where you could focus on one aspect of the gameplay and just run with it. Since I stopped playing that maybe like 2 years ago, I've been looking for a game that scratches the itch of grinding and being rewarded with like items that'll boost your build and boost your... Let me just take care of this guy real quick. I gotta get out of you! Have crabs, have some crabs. Whoops, have some crabs. That's for you. Woo! Get him, crabs. That's a weird gun, but I love it. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys the spear. This is like one of my favorite weapons in this whole game. I know there's a guy here. Come on out. Hey! Oh, I love this. Get him. Don't jump. There we go. Borderlands 3. So I played the game religiously for the longest time. I'm talking years. That was my comfort food and that was my go-to game for like just mindless grinding while listening to a podcast or something like that. And when they announced that they were gonna but they were gonna add a season 2 pass after we've invested so much money in the game, which was full premium price of 1,200 Rand or $60. And then there was a premium pass, which we also paid. I think it was 800 Rand, which is, I don't know, $40 or something. And then they announced a second year season pass, which they wanted even more money. At that point, I said, nope, I'm not giving them any more money. I'm not playing this game. I'm not going to support that. So I kind of boycotted the game in a way. So at that point, I gave up with Borderlands. I didn't want to support that kind of way of making games. I felt it was very greedy. So instead of that, I jumped off and then I started playing Destiny for a little bit. So I bought Destiny and I thought, okay, I'm going to pop this in and play Destiny. But because they made it a free-to-play game, it became like a demo. And to see the best parts of the game, you had to pay a premium or unlock the best DLC pieces to play the rest of it. They gave you very little in the beginning and they've done a good job of getting your foot into the game and then saying, okay, you need to buy the rest of this if you want to play the best parts of it. So needless to say, I quickly bounced off Destiny 2, which puts us here at Remnant 2. Now, Remnant 2 is not exactly a looter shooter, but it does well enough to scratch that itch. What I mean is that weapons are not obtained from defeating regular enemies and sifting through all the junk to get to the best guns. Each gun in this game is somewhat unique or fills a certain space that caters to a certain build that you want to make. And that's where the fun comes in with this game. It's creating builds. The way the weapons work is that each one is unique. You cannot drop them, you cannot sell them. You can only obtain as many as you can and make your own build with it. And that's what I love about this game. No, not like this, not like this. I don't have a means to get health back right now. I'm trying out a different build. Don't you dare, don't you dare! Come on, we got him. Woo! That is stressful. Ooh, it fell on his face. What was I saying? Oh yes, weapons are unique and there's only one of each of them in the whole game. If you look at it, you can see all the different items you can get. You can get a primary, a secondary, and a melee weapon. Over here you have amulets, and that takes up a slot. There's so many rings to go through, and each of them gives like small buffs that creates your ideal build. Also, what I want to point out is that you get an archetype, which is a class basically. There's a total of, I think, 5 starter builds. What they didn't mention was there's a total of, I think, 11 different archetypes in this game. So I really gotta commend the team for not even mentioning that before they put the game out. And because that's like such a huge selling point. There's like so many builds that you can make and they just didn't even mention anything about it. Something I love about this game is that you get your classes, but you don't have to stick to it if you chose this in the beginning. You can simply just switch it out for another class you'd like. You can switch either one out and you don't have to rebuild your character from the beginning again and spend like 20 hours just getting to them max level. You just play one character and switch it to however you like and just chop and change on the fly. Let's see if we can get this on the first throw. And got him. Oh, it's so weak though. I gotta really upgrade this thing. Got him. Got him. Got him. Have some crabs. Have some crabs. No, I'm not the enemy. They are. Don't you dare. Come on. Monkey man, stay away from me. Yeah, you guys distract him and I'll shoot him in the back. Got him. Got him. Hey. Slow down. Got him. Whew. Oh, once you chain these abilities and the weapons together, this game is so fun. It is so satisfying. So personally for me, like acquiring all these items, all the rings, all the amulets, all the guns, it encourages you to try out different builds. And there's so many items to obtain in this game. And that is one problem with this, I find. Is that sometimes to get certain items you have to do the weirdest things, and it is sometimes so complicated that it is almost impossible to come across them naturally. But if you are a person like me, I enjoyed Elden Ring, I enjoyed Dark Souls, I also enjoyed some of the hoops you have to jump through to get to the items you really want, and this has that in spades. But on the other end, it appeals to the kind of thing I like, which is I don't mind jumping through the hoops because it gives me a reason to go in and actually play the level and re-roll it and keep the gameplay loop alive. Look at this. I got a little engineer archetype now. And I got a little turret. Get the monkey. Get him in the face. Got him. Nice. The little monkey saved that guy in the back there, but I got him. Another thing I love about this game is that I've played this level so many times and I've re-rolled it. It's just one world that I've re-rolled so many times that I've seen everything in this level. I've seen all the world events. I've fought all the bosses in this. I lie, there's one boss I haven't fought. And that's what I love. Even though I've played and re-rolled this world so many times that there's still a boss that it only occurred to me now that I haven't fought yet. And there's still so many more items to find in this game after, I'm not gonna lie, probably 25 plus hours spent in just this world. And I've been to 3 different worlds now, and I think there's still more. But it's just a testament to this game that there's so much in here that I've played so many hours of it and I still haven't fought all the bosses or got all the items. And to me, as of now, I like I said, I put over 25 hours or something in this one level. I'm still not bored of it. It's almost like comfort food to me to be in this world. Get him in the face. Get him in the face. Get him in the face. Don't. No! Get rockets. Boom. Boom. Oh, I love that move. I find this more rewarding than something like Borderlands where you'll, for example, you'll get a gun that has a slightly faster fire rate and slower reload time compared to its counterpart, which is slightly slower or faster. And it's just like, the loot pool becomes so diluted with things. I'm ranting. What I'm saying is that you don't have to have one specific item or one specific gun that comes in 1,000 forms like in Borderlands. One is just slightly faster or one is just slightly slower. This just has that one item, but there's so many items in that one world that you just keep finding new stuff all the time and it's never duplicates. So props to the dev team for actually putting together games that are randomly generated and still can hold your attention after hours and hours of gameplay. And it's not just that one world. There's so many worlds and they are so different from each other. There's just so much here, and I see games in the future stealing, not exactly stealing, but learning from Remnant 2 in terms of world creation and also in terms of an interesting and like captivating gameplay loop and story. I have rockets. Get him. Get him in the face. Don't you dare run away, monkey. Oh, I'm liking this little engineer bot. Why haven't I used this before? Honestly though, I do feel like this is a huge step up for games in this genre. Kind of like how Elden Ring was to open world adventure games. There's so much content in this game that I can't believe it. Like honestly, I can't believe how much there is in here to do. That it's kind of like how when Elden Ring came out, that was like the peak of open world adventure games. And it's like almost unbelievable how much stuff there was to do and how big the world was and how beautiful everything looked and like how well put together it was. For a game like this that is procedurally generated, it's really impressive how well put together the world seems. Like everything feels natural, like it was put there deliberately. What is it? Oh my god, I've been rambling for a long time. And Helix rockets, baby. And you can have crabs. Bang, 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 bang. Don't you dare swipe! Late swipe! Haha, that's what you get. How dare you, sir. Woo, level up my engineer, baby. Excuse me. Oh, did my crab killer? So in conclusion, I just want to encourage you to try this game out if you haven't tried it yet, because it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting a looter shooter and I didn't get that. In my opinion, I got something that is better than a looter shooter. I just want to thank you guys for listening to me ramble on about this game. I just love it so much. I've lost so many hours to this game already. It is quickly becoming my favorite game of this year. And if you do enjoy games like this, grinding out, creating builds and just testing it out against stronger and stronger opponents, the difficulty does go up. I'm playing it on low or normal right now. So my main campaign, I play it on like nightmare. So everything I earn here, I carry it to the main campaign and then I put my skills to the test there. You can re-roll this world on a lower difficulty, grind it out, get what you want, and jump back to your main campaign and just annihilate everything. And if you're like me, looking for a game that appealed to you as Borderlands did, this is a great replacement for that. Let's see if we can end it on a good spear throw. A little higher. Got him. Oh, I love this weapon so much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Also, like and subscribe. Goodbye.
Is it over?